Write the equation for the counters shown. Well done. Plus is the right choice.
What is the sum of these counters?
Well reasoned. 5 is the correct choice. Boston has a temperature of 20 degrees. It is colder in New York than in Boston. Select the value that could represent the temperature of New York. Smart move. 30 is an accurate answer. Order from least to greatest 3, 8, 10, 6. Sharp thinking. 10, 8, 3, 6 is the right choice. Compare integers using 2 equal to 5-4. Valid point is true. An additive inverse of a number is dash. Solid response. Its opposite value is a valid choice. The product of is always negative. Remember the Carl rule. If the two socks don't match, it's not a good thing. Well picked. Always true is the correct answer. Distance between the two integers. Good thinking. 7 is the right answer.
A submarine at 32 feet dives down 18 feet. After the dive, what will be the submarine's elevation?
Excellent. 50 is a brilliant choice.
Write an integer to match the following scenario: a temperature of 10 degrees below zero.
Great job. 10 is the accurate answer. A positive number is divided by a negative number. The result is a positive number. Correct. False is the right answer. The numerical value of an integer, regardless of its sign, is called its dash or value. You chose absolute, and it is correct. If you are adding two negative numbers, will your answer be positive or negative? Nice selection. Negative is the correct and valid answer. When the dividend and divisor are of opposite signs, the quotient has dash sign. Smart pick. Negative is the correct choice.
Write an integer to match the following scenario: 5,000 feet above sea level.
Right choice. 5,000 is the best answer. The sum of two numbers is 24. If one of them is 12, the other number is dash. Perfect. 12 is the correct choice. Fill in the blanks to make the statement true. Plus y equal to plus dash. Excellent choice. 3 is the right answer. Without using a number line, which choice shows from least to greatest? Nice work. You chose 83, 75, 73, 51, and it is correct.
Write an integer to match the following scenario: to descend 20 meters.
You're right. 20 is the correct answer.
Write an integer to match the following scenario: $1.35 withdrawal. Correct response. 35 is the most accurate answer. Which integer represents a gain of 10 yards on a football play? Great thinking. Plus 10 is the right choice. A number's distance from 0 on a number line is known as dash.
Strong choice. Absolute value is the right answer.
On a whole number line, what number is 3 steps left of 1? Clear logic. Your choice 4 is sound and 100% true. Find the next number in the given pattern T7, 412 dash. Bravo. 5 is the answer, which shows the integers in order from greatest to least. Good job. Your answer 266213 works well here. On a whole number line, what number is between 2 and 4? On track, 3 is the correct answer. Say true or false. The smallest negative integer is 1. Nicely done. False is a solid answer. Which of the following is the additive inverse of 32? You got it. Your choice 32 is right. Choose the correct symbol. Plus dash. Right again is a valid answer. When moving left on a number line, the numbers dash. Exactly. Decrease in value makes sense, and it is right choice. How would 9 look like as an addition problem? Well done. 9 plus 5 is the right choice. Where do you always start from on a number line? Good thinking. Zo is the right answer. Select the correct inequality symbol. 4-3. On track is the correct answer. Which distance has the least absolute value? Smart move. 16 feet is an accurate answer. Negatives numbers are right or left of 0. Solid response. Left is a valid choice. Say true or false. 25 is greater than 26. You're right. True is the correct answer. On subtracting from, we get dash. Valid point. 5 is true. What will you get if you subtract 3 from A? Clear logic. Your choice 11 is sound and 100% true. Which of the following is not an integer? Exactly. 8.2 makes sense and it is right choice.
Express an integer, a withdrawal of $100.
Right choice. 100 is the best answer.
Is this statement true or false? 6 equal to 6.
Right again. False is a valid answer.
What would the coldest temperature be?
Well reasoned. 50 is the correct choice. Choose the correct symbol. 21-12. Sharp thinking. 2 is the right choice. A negative integer has a value dash. You got it. Your choice less than 0 is right. Is absolute value always positive? Nicely done. Yes is a solid answer.
Expresses an integer at sea level.
Great thinking. Zo is the right choice.
Express an integer, a debt of $50.
Smart pick. 50 is the correct choice. Whole numbers and their opposites. Excellent choice. Integers is the right answer. The absolute value of 3 is 0.
Nice work. You chose false and it is correct.
Evaluate each expression. 9. You chose 9 and it is correct. Which is the greatest integer? Well picked. 17 is the correct answer.
What is the opposite of 0?
Nice selection. Zo is the correct and valid answer.
Absolute value is always dash.
Excellent. Positive is a brilliant choice.
12 and 12 are example of dash.
Correct. Opposites is the right answer. Which number is the greatest? Correct response. 10 is the most accurate answer. Which is the largest number? Great job. 1 is the accurate answer.
70 feet above sea level.
Good job. Your answer positive works well here.
Write the predecessor of 15.
Perfect. 16 is the correct choice.
A bank withdrawal of $25 her.
Bravo! Negative is the answer.
Which sum is not negative? Strong choice. 53 plus 72 is the right answer.
Absolute value of 625.
Correct. 625 is the right answer, which is not an integer. Correct response. 1/2 is the most accurate answer.
Absolute value of 11 is.
Well done. 11 is the right choice.
Plus plus equal 2.
Great job.
Zo is the accurate answer.
A decrease of 5 inches.
Good job. Your answer negative works well here.
30 above sea level.
Solid response. Positive is a valid choice.
Cube root of 1000.
On track. 10 is the correct answer. Plus equal to. Smart move. 20 is an accurate answer. Opposite of 142. Sharp thinking. 142 is the right choice.
Plus equal to.
You're right. 12 is the correct answer. X equal to. You got it. Your choice 12 is right.
Equal to.
Valid point 12 is true.
X equal to.
Well picked. 40 is the correct answer.
23 plus.
Nicely done. 31 is a solid answer.
7 plus equal to. You chose 1, and it is correct.
Well reasoned. 7 is the correct choice.
18 plus.
Excellent. 24 is a brilliant choice. 10 plus 15 equal to. Perfect. 25 is the correct choice. 2 plus. Strong choice. Sen is the right answer. 3 plus. Nice work. You chose 5 and it is correct. Plus. Exactly. 0 makes sense and it is right choice.
Plus 9.
Right choice. 6 is the best answer.
6.
Good thinking. 18 is the right answer. 3.
Great thinking. 3 is the right choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Right again. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is a valid answer.